Welcome. This is for the 95% of people who can't seem to find consistency and don't enjoy the process of trying to lose weight and go to the gym purely because we don't really know how it feels. We really don't know if it's with what we're doing is right. And when we see all these videos and all these different ways to what to eat, what not to eat, how to kind of lose the weight, we just get overwhelmed. So I've made this as short as possible, as simple as possible by reverse engineering our own human behavior and really taking back control of your life. You want to feel good, you want to have lots of confidence. You want to take back control. You want to not have brain fog. You want to take on whatever adventure you want. For me, I wanted to build this character who's got all the values, who's humble, who's in brilliant shape, who helps other people, who travels, who can do whatever the fuck I want. Whatever idea I have, I decide to do it because I'm in a right mindset. My body's right. I respect myself. I love myself. And the way I can love other people is by loving myself first. How can I help people if I can't help myself? So this is short, sweet, and this is the first phase of building that character. We all start off at the same problem. It's definitely not going to be a first time for me. I've done this many times, forwards, backwards. Don't see any progress, so I stop. Most of us, it's how the journey starts. And then we get about 2 to 3 weeks in, and then we decide, oh, we've done loads of work. We decide we now deserve some shit quality food. We deserve some ice cream, some chocolate, some crisps. And it's that first time you decide to do that is when it all goes to shit because we tell ourselves, we'll be back on track tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, we have a hard day, work's not the best, we might get treated poorly, someone might have said something nasty to us, or just we got brain fog. We've not been eating good quality food, so we're not really in the right mindset because we've only started the journey. So the second day, we end up having some chocolate, we start indulging into bad quality foods, and then yeah, say goodbye. This is where it all ends. This all ends unless you can jump back onto the train, which normally doesn't happen because this is your first time. And yeah, this is where we all give up. Typically process about 2 to 3 weeks. So fastest way to start noticing what you're doing is working and to have some fun is to invest in yourself. Get yourself a fitness tracker, something that doesn't distract you too much. This is a tracker, basic, tracks my sleep, which is important for later on the next series of videos we do. We know how many calories you burn, how many steps you're doing. Kind of just get an all-round alarm system. We can change the music so it comes from here when we're gymming. It's perfect. So that's about my first one was Fitbit. I had that for free, picked them about 20 quid. My second one cost me about £40 brand new from Argos. We were premium. Argos sells stuff at premium, so you can get it even cheaper online. So we pay about 30, 40 quid for a fitness tracker, buy some cheap scales just so we can weigh ourselves every morning, set time. Ideally, you wake up, you go to the toilet, you weigh yourself. So you're getting a proper, true weight. And then we get a food calorie counter, so we know what we're eating, how much we're eating, and we can also put our weight on the calorie counter, so we can kind of see, as you'll see, food on the next couple of steps, that your weight's dropping. You know what you're doing is working, so you stay consistent. Nothing worse is when you don't see any change, you get bored, you look in the mirror every day, and our brain doesn't seem to take into account that we don't just lose fat on the stomach where we're all wanting to lose fat. We lose fat on the face, the top of our body, lower part of the body, our legs, all sorts. So it's best to see that what we're doing is currently working as fast as possible, so we know we have motivation to carry on the process. Facts don't lie. This is why it's so important to measure yourself every day so you can see it yourself. So we started at 72 kilos and now we're at 69. We can see that's going down. So we know within a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that it's working. So if we want to keep losing small weight, we shall continue. We don't need to bullshit ourselves. We don't have to fucking lie to ourselves. We know it's working. There's a 2.7 kilogram loss. Super, super simple. Fun. I know it works and I enjoy the journey. I know what to look out for. Now I've done it multiple times. I can kind of manipulate myself because I know how my body loses weight, how much my body needs to lose weight. So we can technically eat what the fuck we want whenever we want to a certain degree with some hacks between that, as you'll see on the next slide. I added 200 to 300 calories and my weight started going up. So if my weight's starting to go up, then my average intake is going to be less than what I'm currently taking in. But it's good to see that we lose the weight and we come back up. So we know really somewhere between 2,000 calories to say 2,300, 2,400 calories. Between that is my current kind of how many calories I burn from what I'm doing at a job. That's depending if my job's active, if I'm sat down, if I'm going for walks. Again, you will know that by tracking on your tracker because we know how many steps you do. Third one is when we will start ping ponging. This can be for two reasons. This can be one with checking our weight at different times of the day. So one time we check our weight and we've got no fluids inside. The next day we check our weight in the middle of the day after we've eaten food, after we've taken in liquids, water, tea, coffee, etc. So that weight of water and the food we have is inside us to weigh ourselves. We're not just getting our normal body weight, we're getting food we've eaten. Calorie tracker counter, super easy. Some days we had 5,500 calories, some days we had 2,000. Once you know and you see this, all the extra stuff is just you can learn this later on. Not so important when you're losing weight. So you're going to go to the gym. Main goal of starting with gym is build consistency, turn up to the gym and losing the weight. Don't worry about burning or losing muscle, that comes later on. Don't overwhelm yourself. All we need to know is we need to find out how many calories we need to eat to stay level and how many calories you can get away with before we start putting fat on, and how many calories we need to lose weight. Best way to do that for like a man for my size, average size, 30 years old, I decided to just go for 2,000 calories. I eat 2,000 calories. If I'm losing loads of weight fast, then I need to up it. If my weight doesn't drop while not doing too many training too hard at the gym where we're not really building muscle, and my weight doesn't drop, then we know that's kind of an average of weight we need to have without losing any weight and not putting on any weight. So that way, if we find out, say, my body needs 2,300 calories, my weight doesn't change, we add 2,200 to 300 calories on top of that to build muscle, or we want to lose some fat, we remove 200 to 300 calories below that. 3,500 calories is roughly about a pound of weight. If we can lose a pound or a pound and a half of fat a week, that's super healthy. We can streamline that even more, but less you eat, more chance of fucking up, more resistance. Ideally, we're here to have as less resistance so our progress goes smoothly and we get fast, quick results. So say, for instance, your calorie intake is 2,000 calories a day and you've been invited to a birthday party. There's birthday cake, there's chocolate, there's all sorts there. There's snacks, refined foods, sausage rolls. What do you do? Do you just say no because I don't want to join, I'm losing weight, I don't want to eat no foods? That's boring, not so fun. You may be the odd one out. Or do you say you're going to eat a little bit of food? Say, for instance, you don't eat throughout the whole day. You go to a birthday party at 5 o'clock and then you start eating. You give you a window of 2,000 calories. Most of it would be sound, to be honest, because 2,000 calories is quite a lot unless you're eating chocolate. So you can literally eat loads of food all you want and you end up putting weight on. And that's what a loser does. You can't resist. Or you can just not eat throughout the day and just eat at the end of the day. So you're still pretty much on track. Or you can do what I do all the fucking time, is one day I can eat, say, for instance, 2,500 to 300 calories, 3,000 calories. The next day I cut down to build an average up, as you'll see here. So one day, say, for instance, went to a birthday party, I ate 2,500 calories. My daily intake I'm aiming at is 2,000 calories to lose some weight. So that means I've gone over my calories. In theory, I should put on more weight if I've done this over a long period of time. But we're looking for averages. So Saturday I had 2,500 calories. Sunday I had 1,500 calories. So within them 2 days, I've still only at 4,000 calories, which is 2,000 a day, which is on target. So I'm still going to lose weight and I still indulge into foods. I still enjoyed the party. Again, 1 pound of fat, 3,500 calories. We find out we eat 2,000 calories a day and our fat doesn't move. We don't gain weight or we don't lose weight. Then we know we need to take roughly about 500 calories off of 2,000 calories to then start losing roughly about a pound and a half a week. But you'll see that because you weigh yourself and you're tracking yourself, you're documenting it. It's not too much. Even recording how much food you eat on your tracker seems difficult, seems boring, but do it for a week or two, it's a piece of fucking cake. I literally just copy and paste what I had the day before on the next day, just so I could keep a tally to make sure I'm doing everything right. Super simple. Any questions, please put that in the comments. I want to help as many people as I can because I know this is a problem I had many times. I've helped many people lose weight. I've helped people build business, all sorts. So this works as much as you want, and it's only really down to you to take action. So 2,000 calories a day for me to lose weight over a week. Some days I had 3,000 calories. If I had 3,000 calories, the next day I have 1,000 calories, which then puts us on 4,000 calories. 2 days later, we have 2,000 calories. We're still on track. The third day, we decide that 2 days later, I'm going to a wedding. So we're working on averages. So the next 2 days before, I have 1,500 calories, which takes me to 3,000 calories. So that means I've got an extra 1,000 calories on the day of a wedding. So now I can indulge in even more foods. Either that way, I can not eat throughout the day and eat up 3,000 calories from having some alcohol, some Guinnesses later on in the night, or I can have some food in the morning, and because we're having more calories throughout the day, we can still eat later. There's a degree how much people say that you lose muscle, you burn muscle if you don't eat enough calories, but we're starting our process here where the aim of the target is to start losing weight. We start losing weight, you start doing it at the gym. A month later, you start building, understanding what kind of routines to do it with you. If you want to build some muscle, if you want to really get bigger, depending on what you want to do. But basic first action we take is just start burning fat. As soon as we burn the fat, we know what we're doing works. More calories you take in, more nutrients you have will work different parts of the body. For instance, if you eat less than your body needs to survive, then your nutrients are going to go to more important parts of your body, like recovery, your brain, and use the energy in the right places. If we can up it to, say, 200 to 300 calories, if you want to build some muscle, then that extra calories you're having will go into muscle growth. The body's going to do muscle, provide nutrients to your muscles last. Most important things to stay alive. So just keep that in mind. Eat the right nutrients, faster body recovery, more brain power, feeling energized, and you fucking sleep. People say we have shit sleep. It's because they're doing the wrong things. Everybody can have brilliant sleep. My sleep's fucking incredible. Even when I have 4 hours of sleep, my sleep's incredible because I'm doing the right things. I'm valuing myself. I love myself. I can't love other people. I can't help other people if I can't love and help myself. So it comes down to the end of this one. Super quick. And I just wanted to put some little things in here because no one's going to fucking save you. No one's going to do the work for you. The only way things are going to happen, I can kind of help you, guide you. I can answer your questions, but I can't do the work for you. That's down to you. You're going to start doing work, start being disciplined, and this is going to start to filter out throughout your life. You can start doing things you need to do, start doing important things first. You start to turn up at the gym, you start to feel better, you have better sleep, better recovery, you're making better decisions, you don't get no brain fog. And this is where you start to decide what you want to do. Either stay at your job. For me, I quit my whole fucking job after over 10 years. Well, I've actually been doing it for more than 10 years, but the place I previously worked at was my dream job, specialised in Aston Martins, repair, diagnosis, fabrication. And I got to a stage in my life where I just really got to, the second time in my life, I got super, super low where I really wanted to, I ain't going to say just in case I get restricted off YouTube, but my life got so dark, I want to end it all and not be here. Now I want to conquer the world because I've put in the right work in. I've understood how my feelings, how my emotions, all this works. And now I can kind of conquer whatever decision, whatever adventure I want to take on. If you follow the channel, you start to see me grow, the different things we used to do to what we're doing now and the future where we're going to do. I had no confidence. I was in terrible shape. I didn't really know much about what to do. I was in this thing where I thought under my rock where I just, life was fucking shit, to be honest. And now I put in the work in and I educate myself. So I now have full control of my life. I've never been so much happier. I've never been in the best shape I've ever lived. I've never been so happy. This is my best shape I've ever been into. And I love life. So it doesn't matter how depressed you get, how bad you get, you can go from rock bottom where you want to end it all to now want to conquer the world. Just after kind of either put a lot of time in like I do, it's a passion of mine. If you don't have too much time, then obviously it's slow going. But if you can follow the right people who've been in the shoes you've been into, then you can speed up the process by a lot. The reason we don't want to do things like we know we should do is because it doesn't feel good at the moment. It takes sacrifice, either it's too difficult physically or mentally, because you have to restrain yourself from eating food you want to enjoy. You have to sacrifice your current self to benefit your future self. It's about the future you. Some people say that, we ain't got much time to live. For me, I personally have a theory that you don't really start adulthood properly till you're like mid 25s, where you made mistakes, you start getting an idea what you want to do, and then you go from there. So for me, the last 5 years, really for me, I'm 30, the last 3 years, I really took control of my life. I changed from rock bottom to up here. So I've done a lot in the last 3 years in self-development. And if I live to even 60, I got like the last 3 years, I've got 10, 20, 30 more times to kind of live that life. Even though I'm 30, I'm not halfway through my life because my life's only really started 3 years ago. So there's fucking tons and tons and tons and tons of time to enjoy life. But it only starts by taking action today. The current you isn't the person you want to be right now. You're always trying to improve. You're always trying to level up your character. You have to think about the future you and how good he or she is going to be when you've lost that weight. You look in the mirror, You feel fucking incredible about yourself. Your confidence is up here. So you are gonna have to go without food. You are gonna go without that dopamine spike from eating shit quality food. That's part of the process. But the longer you do it, the less you want to eat. The more you get healthy, the more you start realizing how beneficial all this is, the less you really want to indulge on the shit quality foods. And you start leveling up and you really do see that there's so much out there for you. So again, trust the fucking process. Trust the process. I can't repeat that enough. It's mostly one of my two favorite sayings. Trust the process. Fucking send it. Give it your all. Wake up every day. I wake up every day, loving life. I go to bed, loving life, excited. You can do the same. And I can't have, there's not going to be one person here to say we can't fucking do it, because if I've gone from wanting to end it all to now the person I am now, that means most people, there's going to be a couple of people who may have even worse off. But at the end of the day, the mind shift from being down here to up here is only just a start. Hope you enjoy. The next one is going to be slightly different, and this is the first phase of taking back control of your life. It's been a pleasure. Read through this, take notes. Any comments you want, put them in the comments below. Happy to help. So have a wonderful day and catch you on the next one.